Y'all gotta bear with me. Thank you for coming, for paying homage to Christine Bonds, my grandmother, your mother, your sister, your wife, who was Christine Bonds? Who was this beautiful woman who possessed a quick smile, a giving heart, and a heavy hand when needed? Who was she? She was many things to many people, but I can only speak to what she was to me, to the effect she had on me, her legacy, and the legacy that she would want to continue through her matriarchy. I haven't been in this church in a long time. As many as you know, I was incarcerated at 13. Now I'm 32 years old. But I still remember going to the 10 o'clock services and sitting in the pews with my grandmother, laying my head on her lap and falling asleep to the voice of Reverend Bowles admonishing the sinners about the fires of hell and the pearly heavenly gates. Sunday morning gospel as the smell of bacon and eggs and grits mingled with the humming of her voice. My grandma was my best friend at an early age. I like to say I was a house mouse, but Southern folks would like to say I was up under her skirt all the time. My family calls me baby. I don't know if they call me that because I was always up under her skirt or is it because I was the youngest child of those boys. My family still calls me baby to this day. I can still hear my grandma drawling my name out. While my brothers and cousins was out doing what little boys do, I was always indoors, clipping my grandma's toenails, rubbing her feet, counting and recounting the many rings and necklaces she adored, or just up under her skirt in any kind of way. My grandma was my first best friend. I was her little companion, baby. My incarceration stripped me of my grandma in my teens, in my 20s, and now in my 30s. You know, I lost her. I've always told myself I would get out before either of my grandparents would pass away. But as you see, that didn't come true. Who was Christine Bonds? She was a matriarch of our family, of my family. They say the black woman is a backbone of our community. I do attest to this through the actions of my grandmother. Some of you wonder what a matriarch is. It is a woman who rules the family, a venerable woman who commands respect by virtue and age and dignity. My grandma was our lioness, the keeper of our fire, in the spirit of our home. My grandmother was about family unity, community unity, and national unity. As ye were spayed out, ye must return. My grandma knew this, but I'm sure her greatest desire was her legacy to continue, that the fire be relit, and that a selfless, as in giving matriarch steps up to blow the Spirit of God back into our family. My grandma was our Harriet Tubman, our Sojourner Truth, our Rosa Parks. She was the burden carrier of us all. Besides raising 9 of her own kids, she raised 5 of my cousins, Robert Bonds Jr., Taya Bonds, Kevin Bonds, Nippy Bonds, Lisa Bonds, When the burden was too tough for others to handle, she opened her doors and gave refuge. My grandma was selfless. She was not about herself and the petty material things of life. What she had, she used for our advancement. We need someone strong and selfless to care for our babies when the burden is too tough for others today and the coming tomorrows. Someone with a no-nonsense kind of way. Someone who will love because it's the right thing to do, like my grandmother did. Just because my grandmother, your grandmother, and your mother passed doesn't mean she's gone. Don't let her legacy be in vain. Don't let that die too. Before I go, let me tell you about something that hit me the other day. I think we all want to be selfish. We all, want to just hold on to things in life. My grandma was going through many pains, I don't want my grandma to die neither, but she might be in a better place. I wish some of y'all could just live a day in her shoes to just see how much pain she was going through. You should be happy, that she lived this legacy. Don't feel too much pain. She might be in a better place with her Creator. So thank you.